Hello everyone, and I'm back. And this is Web3 Daily, Moxie Day 5. So what we talked about this week is basically how to check for the airdrop, how to claim your airdrop, how to get the Moxie NFT if you don't, to go Moxie for, I don't know if we actually did it, but if we didn't, we will. And I share to watch for all the auctions, or your fans, how to set up the notifications, and that basically AirStack is communicating with you through Farcaster Ds in the auction when you want to buy stuff, whatever. So what we are going to do today, we'll talk about it later. We'll go through the letter team to actually, give you the perspective that AirStack, including Jay, is in it for long term. They have super long vesting rules, and they're in it big time. And I will also show you how the ecosystem evolved during the first weeks. It's amazing how many apps and creators are actually jumping on a train. So share. Yep, today I'm prepared. Would you believe it? Empowering Farcaster economy, lovely statistics. I'm not gonna, dwell on this too long, but I like the numbers. One of the things which I didn't mention, but the Moxie is burned, and I'll talk about the tokenomics and details of it next week, because it's not that important at the beginning. The important thing is it's sort of deflationary protocol. Let's jump right in. One thing I want to definitely rehash is you go to the AirStack channel if you are looking for any frame which is related to Moxie. Jason Goldberg is the person which is casting. He is the only official source of any links. Don't connect to any websites. Don't do anything elsewhere except on Farcaster. Important. Here you find all the links. The most important one, Moxie cast action. Super important. I'll showed you how it works, and is the action which you will use repeatedly because it allows you to claim, to see who is auctioning, to see your balance, all these things. You can buy Moxie in frame using ETH, USDC, or DGen. Also good. I'll skip the other ones. Let me just show you the Farcaster action. So this is actions are living here, Moxie, and it gives you a lovely frame which basically says balance. My hero wallet is almost dry because I bought a lot of fan tokens. This is the statistics for the token. Here would be the fan tokens which are available to buy from the creator of this cast. Auctions obviously. Rewards is what I've earned from the fan tokens which I own. 982, not bad. I'm not going to claim it because it will slow us down. Let's jump into the thing, which is the only thing I actually want to show you today, like an action. So I went to AirStack, fan tokens, and I am watching my bids. You see, I bid on myself just to be curious if it's possible. It actually is. My bid for non-linear still works. And here is the bid for, what was it? 6 channel. And I'm losing. So I want to show you how to increase the bid. The procedure is actually almost the same, like with everything. When you're buying or bidding, need to find the AirStack at the direct casts. Here is the cast already. Click the frame, and to increase the bid, you actually have to cancel the previous one. So it's a little bit of clicking, but hope it will be fast. Now the old bid is canceling. Once it gets to 100, we'll check the status and move on. And I'm pretty sure it's done. And here you can directly place new bid. You see that I bid 10,000 tokens. I just need to adjust the price. I'm not going to bid more, but I definitely want some tokens. So let's say my top price is 500 per token because there's very few tokens actually from the 6th channel, and I am sticking with the 10,000 thingy. It has to be in a wallet because there is no money anywhere. Continue. I'll check the wallet. I'm sending 10,000 Moxie. And we are back to the frame, back to the loading bar, and everything should be fine. And I am pretty sure I'm gonna get outbid because there is still time to go. But I wanted to show you how to actually bid. Let's see it here. Let's just refresh. And my bids should now all be green, you see. But, it's still almost a day before the sixth auction will end. So there you go. And only actually auction finished. So I will claim my things later. Let's jump to the promised letter from the core team, because I think it's important to understand, in crypto, we often sort of skip it. Like, here's a token, here's a FOMO, jump on it, buy it, sell it, let's make some money, and let's not really care what's the logic behind this and who is making it. And I think it's a mistake. And the more we get normalized here and expand beyond our own bubble, the more people will actually ask about these things, because that's how the world works. You want to actually align yourself with products and people you trust and you believe in, not just with anything. And also, you kind of want to be sure you're not going to lose all your money, right? So the letter from the core team, you will find it on the Moxie website. I'll provide you with the link. The important part is the mission. I think, the thing which gets often overlooked right now, because we are at the beginning, is that it is going to be community owned and community governed protocol which lives on Farcaster. And the whole deal is to make Farcaster sort of sustainable economy for everybody who's working there, for devs, for creators, and everybody else. Core team is from AirStack. And here are the important distinctions. So Moxie is a protocol, it's not a client. And I think, because everything is happening through frames, it's kind of obvious right now. But as the usage of Moxie will expand, it may actually get a little bit blurry. Everyone can be an owner, and everybody is sort of part of the game. Once you own Farcaster, you are part of Moxie experience and Moxie game. And whether you got the airdrop or not, or whether you will get some future airdrops, or you will just buy yourself into Moxie, it doesn't really matter, but you're part of the game. I want to mention that the AirStack team created 2 retroactive programs, which are targeted on basically anybody doing something for Moxie to, produce interesting frames with the activities. I'll jump into that in a minute. There is a number of super interesting apps in frames which popped out during the first 2 weeks, and there is a good list. And these retroactive programs will happen on 60 days after launch, which probably right now is sort of like 45 days for the first one, and 120 days after that. Just stressing that every Moxie holder has the governance rights, but it's decentralization is a process, so don't hold your breath for it right now. Let's make it work first. I am gonna ignore the how it works and the nice vision. The important piece, I think, is that it sort of rewards, or it intends to reward, utility over speculation. So you've seen me casting about Moxie Jail, if somebody's going to bail me out. A lot of people sort of got to Moxie and started approaching it the same way like we always do here, like airdrops farming. So it's not a good idea. AirStack team is on the lookout for it, and there's a lot of automated checks which can kind of put you in a Moxie jail, which is not a good place to be. Nobody knows what's the list, but Jason, I think, tweeted that over 200 people were put into Moxie jail in the past 2 weeks. So it's actually happening. Of course, the attention and cooperation part is kind of difficult. You've seen some OGs on Farcaster being afraid to actually interact with you, so they wouldn't indicate that you should get some of their Moxie power. I also think that part is silly. I would just do whatever you do if you are a normal person and you are genuinely connecting with people and you agree or disagree whatever they're saying, and it's a normal conversation or like a happy support. I don't see anything wrong with that. But then, who am I? I'm nobody here. There are everyday rewards. I showed you how you can claim them, and so you already know. And the important piece, which I wanted to show you, is that the AirStack team is in it for long term. They're basically, building Moxie and integrating it with AirStack in a big way. 1 year cliff on all their tokens, plus 42 months, which is almost 4.5 years before they can sell. So there is not going to be any pump and dump from the team side, which is the main reason I'm actually showing you this. You don't have to worry. Nobody's going to pump and dump on you. And there is a lot of tokens still locked, even though they're assigned for the future. They're not circulating. So, there's a lot of supply for things which are coming up. And just to be clear, Moxie is not just for entities, creators, and channels. In the future, it will be used in many different ways. And I think we will soon discover which ones. Sort of depends on us, right? So let's jump into the last part. Jason recently tweeted that, it's 2 weeks after launch, and there is wonderful cast and applications which are actually already working with Moxie. Here you have some logos. But I want to show you that, Kyle is basically doing weekly roundup about Moxie every Monday in his newsletter. Stream TV integrated Moxie into their live streams. So, it was DGen before, now it's DGen Moxie and probably some other things. You can, use Moxie in Payflow. You can use it in Intelligent. You can see it in Intelligent. And a lot of other things. We will dive into some more interesting frames for Moxie next week. So stay with me, sign up, basically follow me and get ready for more. And I think, I'll put all the links of things I showed you, of course, into show notes or into the cast below the live stream video. And it will sit in the Moxie Daily channel. So you'll find it there unless you see it on some other channel or Dracula. And here is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Your friend here, BFG, actually has the auction. Thank you, Jason, for putting it up. I'm pretty sure I was way too late to be auctioned so early, but thank you for that. There's a lovely number, 1,000 tokens available. So I'm basically looking for 1,000 friends. And let's grow together, guys. This is it for today's stream. Wish you a wonderful weekend. We've gone through like 0 to Moxie Hero, basically. Now you can do anything, and you know where to find things related to Moxie. And we'll dive into more nitty-gritty new tools and new frames for Moxie next week. And we will also be watching the because I would love to hear your thoughts about